Hello students, today we are going to discuss other topic of the coordination compound, that is the valence bond theory. So let's get start our interaction. First, we see the postulates of valence bond theory, in that metal ion provide the empty d orbital with s and p orbital. Also it provide number of vacant hybrid orbital which is equal to the number of the ligands. The hybrid orbital used by the metal ion point in the direction of the ligand. According to the overlapping, the vacant metal orbital and field orbital of the ligand gets overlap and form metal ligand coordinate bond. Regarding the hybridization, there are the formation of two types of the complexes, which is the outer orbital complexes and inner orbital complexes. When in hybridization nd orbitals are used, then the formation of outer orbital complexes takes place. For example, sp3d2. In hybridization, instead of nd orbitals, if n-1 orbitals are used, then the formation of inner orbital complexes are formed. For example, d2sp3. Next, we see the steps to understand the metal ligand bonding. In that, first step is that find oxidation number of central metal ion. Second step, write valential electronic configuration of metal ion. Then check the complex is low spin or high spin. Then from the number of ligand, find the number of metal ion orbitals required for the bonding. After that, you check, identify the orbitals of metal ion available for hybridization and the type of hybridization involved. Next, write the electronic configuration after hybridization and show the filling of orbitals after complex formation. And last is to determine the number of unpaired electrons and predict magnetic behavior of the complexes. In the complexes, if the paired electrons are present, then the complex is diamagnetic, and if in complexes the unpaired electrons are there, then the complex is paramagnetic. Next, we see the types of hybridization. In that, if the complex have the coordination number 2, then the type of hybridization is sp and the geometry is linear. In coordination number 3, the hybridization type of hybridization is sp2 and the geometry is triangular or trigonal planar. In case of the coordination number 4, there are the two possibilities of the types of hybridization, that is sp3 and dsp2. If sp3 hybridization is there, then the geometry is tetrahedral, but dsp2 hybridization is there, then the geometry is square planar. In case of coordination number 5, again there are the possibilities of two hybridization, that is the dsp3 and sp3d. If the hybridization is dsp3, then the geometry is trigonal bipyramidal, and if the hybridization is sp3, then the geometry is square pyramidal. In case of the coordination number 6, there are the again two types of hybridization, that is d2sp3 which is inner and sp3d2 which is outer. So regarding this, the geometry is same, that is octahedral. If the coordination number is 7, the type of hybridization is d3sp3 and the geometry is pentagonal bipyramidal. Next, we see the examples regarding the VBT. So first we see the nickel CO4, which is the tetracarbonyl nickel. In nickel CO4, nickel outer electronic configuration is the 28, that is the 3d8 and 4s2. In that, these 3d8 and 4s2, this is the outer electronic configuration. There is the pairing is takes place because of the CO is the strong field ligand. Hence, here this pairing is takes place and the formation of 4 empty nickel orbitals are formed for the hybridization. That is the 1s and 3p orbitals are formed for the hybridization, which is empty, and then these empty hybrid orbitals of the nickel are overlapped with the 4 CO orbitals, carbonyl orbitals, and finally they form the sp3 hybridization. So in that, if they show the sp3 hybridization, the geometry is tetrahedral, but in case of this, there is no unpaired electron, hence there is the paired electron is present, hence that type of complex is the diamagnetic. Next we see the nickel Cl4 2 minus. In that, nickel have the +2 charge. If the nickel have the +2 charge, then the configuration is 3d8, and Cl is the weak field ligand, so pairing does not take place. So here pairing does not take place. So the four hybrid empty orbitals of nickel is there, that is the 1s and 3p again. So these 1s and 3p hybrid orbitals are overlap with the 4 Cl minus ions, and then they form the sp3 hybridization. In that, there is the these two unpaired electrons are present, hence this complex is the paramagnetic, and they show the tetrahedral geometry with sp3 hybridization. Next we see the complex nickel Cn4 2 minus. In nickel, this complex, in that complex nickel is in +2 state. So again 3d8, and then this pairing takes place because Cn is the strong field ligand, so that 1d orbital, 1s orbital and 2p orbitals are take part in the hybridization because they are the empty of the nickel metal ion. And then these four valence empty orbitals are overlap with the 4 Cn minus ions, and they form the dsp2 hybridization. Hence their geometry is square planar, and there is no unpaired of electron is there, so that the complex is the diamagnetic. Next one, see the copper NH3 2 plus. In that, copper, in this complex, copper is in +2 charge. Okay, so here 3d9 4s0. This unpaired electron goes to that the p orbital, and in that excited state in excited state there are the 4 empty copper +2 ions orbitals we get, and these are the take part in the hybridization, and these four hybridized orbitals are overlap with the 4 NH3 ions, and they form the dsp2 hybridization. Hence the hybridization is dsp2, geometry square planar. Here one unpaired electron is there, so this complex show the paramagnetism. But in nature this compound does not exist. Next we see the cobalt NH3 3 plus. In that, cobalt is in the +3 state. Hence and the NH3 is the strong field ligand, so pairing is there. Therefore in hybridization the empty 2d orbitals, 1s orbital and 2 and 3 p orbitals are there for the hybridization. Hence these 6 empty hybrid orbitals of the cobalt overlap with the these 6 NH3 ions, and they form the D2sp3 hybridization, and they are the octahedral in nature, and there is no presence of unpaired electron, hence this complex is the diamagnetic. Next we see the COF6 3 minus. In that, fluorine is weak field ligand, so here no pairing takes place. Here no pairing takes place. Hence for the hybridization, empty hybrid orbitals of cobalt is 1s, 3p and 2d orbitals. These orbitals are used for the hybridization, which is overlap with the 6 fluoride ions, and they form the D2sp3 hybridization. and the geometry is the octahedral, and there is the presence of unpaired electron. Here unpaired electron we see, so that presence of the unpaired electron, the complex is the paramagnetic. Next we see the limitations of valence bond theory. In that, first we see the valence bond theory fails to distinguish between weak field ligand and strong field ligand. Second, it does not explain the color of the coordination complexes. And third one, the structure of the complexes predicted from the VBT, it does not match always with those determined from the experiment. Thank you.